Welcome back to 5-Minute Knives, the channel that supports custom knife makers and our United States military. Today, we're going to talk about a knife sent in by someone who's both, okay, legacy blades, my buddy Jared. But first, let's tell you guys one of these things I make. They're called sheaths. Knives go into them. Okay, hopefully you guys bought one of these shebagans here, and let me tell you, they're sweet peas. If you want one of my sheaths, send me an email at dragonscalejoe@gmail.com. If you want a discount, sign up on Subscribestar /5-Minute Knifefleece. You can start off at $1. I don't care, just do $1. I'll give you 15% off. So one guy just hit me up. He wanted 2 sheaths for the CM6. How you doing, buddy? You know, I quoted him, and he's gonna knock $20 off the order. How do you like that? And he's only giving me $1, so I lose 19 on that. So bad business on my end, I know. However, I love you guys. I want to make you nice stuff like this beautiful OD green Charbon fiber and brack sheath with a combat loop, as is tradition, and the OD green finishing washers here for my buddy Jared's knife that he's made from his company, Legacy Blades. Now, the deal with Legacy Blades is, and I'm going to read it, and I told him to send me this stuff so I don't screw it up. But you guys can reach out to him on Facebook or Instagram. That's where he's doing business right now, those two. And it's under Legacy Blades. Legacy Blades. And then here, you guys know, for my sheaths, I like you to push off the ramp, right? You all know that. I know you can just yank her out, but, you know, it's not a yanking contest. You're not alone at home. We're going to push off the thumb ramp. You dig? And I got a lot of Earl on this sombritch. And the reason being is I want this getting back to my buddy Jared in one piece. So let's wipe some of the Earl off. And there we go. Look how pretty. What a nice knife he's designed. Look at this. Black liners. Very cool. I like that a lot. I really like the texturing here. Everything feels soft. And I really like how this implement catches you. This would be great for, you know, poking your tater or whatever. Also, these handle scales are very nice for wrapping my thumb around. This really just locks in. The jimping is smartly done on this. The thumb ramp is well placed for my medium-large mitts. This knife feels like it was extremely well thought out. That's my 2 cents. So let's read what Jared has to say about it. He says the steel is 80 CRV2. Okay. The finish is Cerakote that he does there. G10 handles on canvas liners. The blade is 3.25 inches and is a hair over 7 inches overall. Okay. That's what you're looking at. There is a logo of sorts. There's the blade itself. Gorgeous sombritch. This is Knifemaker's Spotlight number 987, I believe, if my math is correct. I really like this knife a lot, man. Wow. Okay, what else does he say here? Tried to make it so it functions in both grips, but it really seems to prefer nicely in the reverse grip. Oh, okay. He likes reverse grip. I don't. I think it's okay. It feels a little alien to me. It feels like it could slip out this way because it does seem to, well, it just seems to come to a nice spot here for your hand to recess into, and this part does not, although it isn't much wider. It isn't wider at all, as a matter of fact. It just feels wider when I put it in the reverse grip. Also, maybe because I have a dead pinky, so this doesn't impress me as much as this. You guys know I'm not a very big reverse grip guy. Plus, in the foregrip, you get this forward position. You also get the bear down position. You also get the procedural cut, you know, the pull cut. With this, you get what? What do you get? You got this little thing to put your thumb on, and you can kind of bear down if you got a poke a tater, I guess. But you're really limited in its use in the reverse grip, in my opinion. I see where you're getting at, but a lot of guys like, you know, knives that can work in both grips. But don't worry about that on this channel. I think this knife functions perfectly well in the foregrip. As a matter of fact, much better than in the reverse grip, in my opinion. You guys buy one, try it, be the judge. But for me, it just rests in my hand just like that. I could be doing something else. I could be doing food prep. I could be cutting towards me. I could be doing this and that. With this, what am I doing? I guess I'm doing stuff, and then, yeah. It's just a little awkward. So I think that this is best in the foregrip. That's my 2 cents, having just really made a sheath for it and doing a tabletop here. He's the expert. He made it. But let's see what else he says. That was interesting. Tried to make it so it functions in both grips. Well, yes, yes. For EDC concealed carry, curious what my impressions are when I get it. Okay, well, you heard a few of those. Looking forward to the video. He's on Instagram and Facebook. No website yet. Everything is pretty much word of mouth. People can message him and pick out a profile that he does and then customize it with handle options. Okay, that's cool. Etching, etc. He's still active military duty, but he tries to be really responsive to inventories so people can get something that's really customized to them. I like that. Lead time right now, I've got some custom slots still available for October orders, and normally he would carry that on to the following months, but in November, I usually block off a dozen Christmas slots for people looking for gifts. This year is exciting, however, because I'm working with Misfits Matching to do semi-custom run of about 80 of these PPBs and S35VN, and he'll do all the handle work in Cerakote like the one I am holding currently. The goal is to have a bunch of them ready in time for Christmas, as well as either presents for people or just wanting to pick one up. Timeline is to be decided, but if they follow along on his page on either Facebook or Instagram, he'll start posting updates once he has those blades in hand and start doing the finishing work on them. It's a big step in his little journey, he says. Well, this guy seems very humble, and he's nice, and I support the military, okay? You guys know I like to work with Mata Magnum Works as well, the military. But it's a good-looking knife, guys. That's a good-looking knife. This works for me on many levels. I think this is, it's very nice in hand. It's very comfy as well. Can you see that well? Very comfy in my medium-large mitts. This is sweet. I like this knife a lot. You can do a lot with it. And you can get a sheath from me if you want. I'm sure you can request that from him. Say, hey, I want one of Joe's sheaths with this knife of yours, and there it is. You know, I have stiff retention because I have strong hands. Let me know if you want the grandma package. We always provide those for those of you who, can't open your own jars and whatnot. But if you just push off the ramp, it's not that hard. This is kind of tough, okay? If you're just doing that, it's kind of a pain. I don't want to strip any Cerakote. But if you push off the thumb ramp, you're in business, okay? And you can always loosen these screws here for a little less retention, but I keep it more with these little knives, so this way it's safe, plus it'll break in over time. So I think that's the way to go. What do you guys think of this sheath knife combo? It sounds like he's got limited production runs coming up, nothing major. It's gonna, take up too much of my time. But he's a nice guy, Army cat, nice cat. I like him, I'd work with this guy. I like this knife a lot too, by the way. I have a deadfall coming from Matt that's going to be my EDC for sure. But I could see this being a handy little EDC fixed blade for a lot of you guys out there. It's just how many can he make? I'm sure most of you can't even get them if you wanted them. But go ahead and send him a message on Instagram at Legacy Blades or Facebook Legacy Blades and just say hi, say you saw my video. That alone will make him feel good. Tell him you like the knife. Tell him he's done good work designing it and he's on the right track. Check out some of his other designs. He seems like a nice guy. At the very minimum, you're going to make a new friend out of it. So go ahead and say hello to this guy and maybe he'll make you something in the future, maybe not. But either way, the community grows by one. And that's what I really like. I like it when you guys see my videos and then you strike up a friendship with the people mentioned and it's just, you're on autopilot then. It has nothing to do with me from that point on. But I love that I get to make these intros. Very cool. Let me know what you think of this knife in the comments. Go ahead and give my friend Jared an attaboy. Every knife maker deserves that, especially one putting out quality stuff like this. Why wouldn't you say good job, even if you weren't interested in the knife? And if you are, you know where to find it. Anyway, that's it for me. I've rambled long enough, and I will see you guys next time on 5 Minute Knives.